Live from Atlanta, Georgia, from the Fox 5 studios, this is Good Day Atlanta.
A Wall Street study recently revealed the #1 most sought after executive skill is strategic thinking. But the fact of the matter is only a few leaders have that skill set. Here with us this morning, Richard Horwath, to tell us how strategic thinking can help us not only survive but thrive in this tough market. Richard, good morning. Pleasure to see you.
Good morning. Good to be here with you.
Yes, indeed. The name of the book is Deep Dive, the proven method for building strategy, focusing your resources and taking smart action. But let's talk about this skill set first of all. Why do only a few of these managers and executives possess this skill set?
The reality is today we're doing the same things in the same ways as we've always done them. And then we wonder why we don't get better, why our business isn't growing. The great managers, the great leaders are the ones that look to do things differently than they've done in the past. They look for those new ideas actively, and when they find them, it gives them a roadmap that the other competitors simply can't follow.
Okay, so is this why we see some businesses failure to think ahead, to adapt, to change with the marketplace?
Exactly. General Motors is a perfect example. For many years, they were the #1 car company in the world, but they failed to understand what the different customer values were that were changing. And then you look at a car like the Mini Cooper. The Mini Cooper, not the fastest car, not the highest performance car on the road, but it's different than all the other cars out there. And that's allowed them to succeed. A company like General Motors forgot that, and they came up with things they've always done. People didn't want that.
Okay, let's talk about some of the disciplines that you point out in the book. Acumen, allocation, action. Let's begin with acumen.
Acumen is the insight. So if we think about a car and we're a manager, insight is the key to the car.
Okay.
If we don't have that new idea, our business is simply not going to move forward.
Okay.
Allocation then, that second A, is like the steering wheel of the car. When we steer, we have choices of which roads to go down. As good managers, we have choices to go down this road or not this road. And we've got to make those trade-offs and define those. And then the third A is action. That's like the GPS for our car. It helps us stay focused on the right roads and the right business paths that we need to go down. And the great leaders understand that they have the discipline to follow those three.
Okay, we see with all great leaders in business, insight and forethought. That's one of the keys that you point out. New insights will lead you to creative new ideas, so you have to rethink what you thought you already knew.
Exactly. You know, the simple premise is new growth comes from new thinking. So if we remember that, we've got to give ourselves practical tools to think differently about what we do. We're always worried about getting better than the competition. There is no better. It's how are we different than the competition? That's what customers really want to know, and the great leaders come up with the insights to understand how are we different and how do we communicate that to other people.
Right, we really always get caught up in that whole better, I'm better than this one, that one. Passion and performance, the intersection of those. Find what you love to do and then make it work for you.
Yeah, perfect example, Johnny Cash. We all know Johnny Cash, American singer-songwriter. You listen to the recordings, he didn't have the best singing voice, but he was true to himself. He wrote music that he cared about, that meant a lot to him, and that's what made him succeed. And I think in life, we don't give ourselves enough credit for saying what we love to do and what we're good at is going to create value for other people. And if we simply allow that thought to come out, then we can be happy at what we do, because we work way too hard to not enjoy it.
Yes, indeed. Richard, wow. Great insight. Couldn't come at a better time, especially here in the metro area. Thank you so much for stopping by. Yes, indeed. Richard Horwath's Deep Dive is literally packed with advice to keep you on top. We have a link to his website, and you can get that by logging on to our website at myfoxatlanta.com.